Assalamu alaikum. My name is Parmila Vaswani. I am assistant professor in Department of Zoology, Government Girl Degree College, Zamzama. In this video, I will talk about the respiratory system of human. It is the vital system in the body of organism. The function of this system to transport air rich in oxygen towards the lungs and carry carbon dioxide from the lungs to outside the body of organism. So as you see in this diagram, the respiratory system of human consists of different organs: nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchus, bronchioles, alveoli and lungs. Lungs are the important organs of the respiratory system. Here I will discuss all the respiratory organs one by one and their function. The respiratory system starts from the nasal cavity or nose. First, the air enters into the nasal cavity by the opening known as internal nostril. Inside the lining of the nasal cavity is lined with the cilia and fine hair-like structure known as cilia and mucus secreting gland which secrete the mucus. The main job of nasal cavity is the filtration of air. So inside the nasal cavity with the help of cilia and mucus, the dust particle, microorganism and other pollutant are trapped, and in this way the cilia and mucus trap the dust particle from the air, and also the nasal cavity keep warm and moist to the air. So sometime there is another cavity known as oral cavity perform the same function. It serves as a passage to pass the air by the opening known as mouth. So the oral cavity and mouth sometimes serve as a secondary opening to pass the air. So now from the nasal cavity and from the mouth, the air pass in a muscular tube known as pharynx. It is the common passage for air and food to pass. Now from the pharynx, the food is passed into another tube-like structure known as larynx by the opening called glottis. This glottis has a flap-like covering known as epiglottis. This is a cartilage structure. During eating or swallowing of food, this glottis is closed by this flap-like covering known as epiglottis, and in this way, this epiglot prevent the entry of food into a windpipe or lungs. So now, so this larynx is also known as voice box because it contains a vocal cord and it produces sound, so that's why it is also known as voice box. Now from the larynx, air is passed into another tube-like structure known as trachea, which is composed of ring of cartilage as you see here. So there is another diagram of cartilage. Here you see the trachea is composed of C-shaped cartilage, and from their backside they are incomplete, they are the muscles known as tracheal muscles. Here this is the incomplete ring of cartilage, so from their backside there is no ring, so there is a tracheal muscles, and behind the tracheal muscles there is esophagus, which is the part of the digestive system. So here we learn that the trachea are composed of C-shaped incomplete cartilage, 20 C-shaped incomplete cartilage. So now The inner lining of the trachea is lined by the ciliated epithelium cells and goblet cells which secrete mucus and trap the residue of bacteria and dust from the inhaled air. And by the upward movement of cilia in the trachea, the dust residue and microorganisms move upward towards the pharynx and they go outside of the body of organism by exhalation. Now at the end point you see here the trachea is divided into two branches. They goes into the lungs, right lung and left lungs. These branches are known as bronchi. These bronchi are further divided into smaller branches known as bronchioles. Here you see the heading of bronchus. So bronchi are singularly known as bronchus. Now we do the detailed structure of lungs here. Now here you see the lungs. These are soft, spongy and highly vascularized which are located in the thoracic cavity. The wall of the thoracic cavity is formed from the bony cage. Here you see the bony cage. This is the bony cage. So this bony cage is formed from the 12 pair of ribs. These are the ribs. Here you see the ribs and intercostal muscles. So here you see the detailed diagram of the bony cage. These are the rib cage or bony cage. Lungs and heart are present inside here. Here in this diagram you see the empty space. This is occupied by the heart. So in this diagram heart is not mentioned. So ribs and the intercostal muscles in between them. The front of this chest cavity is formed by the bone known as sternum or chest bone. The back side of this cavity is formed by the vertebral column. Just as you see in this diagram, just beneath the lungs and heart, there is a dome-shaped muscles known as diaphragm muscles. This muscle separates this thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity, and this muscle, as you see in the diagram, form the floor of the chest cavity. So these muscles also act as a respiratory muscles. This muscle, one most important function, this muscle separate the thoracic cavity from the abdominal cavity, and these muscles act as a respiratory muscle and which is present just below the lungs and heart. Now we again come on the bronchioles. You see here the bronchioles are end into a sac-like structure known as alveolus. Now we do the detailed structure of alveoli. In this diagram you see the bunch of alveoli. They are tiny sac-like structure, thin membranous tiny sac-like structure surrounded by the network of blood capillaries. So the blue side is mentioned that there is the blood which is rich in carbon dioxide, and red side mentioned that the blood which is rich in oxygen. Means blue is the deoxygenated blood and red is the oxygenated blood. Here you see the single alveoli which is surrounded by the single blood capillary or blood vessel. So actually the single alveoli is surrounded by the network of blood capillaries as you see in the diagram. But for your easiness, only here is single capillary for your better understanding that how oxygen and carbon dioxide diffuse from the alveoli and from the blood. So this is the actual site of the gas exchange. The gas exchange takes place here. From one side of the blood vessel, the blood is coming which is deoxygenated. As in this blood, the concentration of carbon dioxide high, so the carbon dioxide molecule move inside the alveolar air, and the molecules of oxygen which are rich inside the alveoli move outside from the alveoli in the blood and make the blood oxygenated, and this blood goes from the other side of the vessel, means from one side the deoxygenated blood is coming and from other side the oxygenated blood move towards the heart. So here you see the gaseous exchange takes place between the alveolar air and blood. This is all about the respiratory system